Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. We are just taking a quick look at Vechain here and seeing some of its recent price action. As you can see, ever since the new year, in line with Bitcoin, we've obviously started to have a pretty decent rally for Vechain and cryptocurrency in general recently. You can see, obviously, ever since we were here, we're in this bit of descending wedge formation, aren't we, for a long while here, whilst we were kind of trickling to the downside, losing volume and interest. And then obviously once we got this little breakout here, we did start to see multiple green candles in a row for Vechain, which has been absolutely unheard of. Really, we haven't seen, a decent little rally like this ever since we were back here, really, inside this range. I mean, realistically, this is probably a bit of a better rally than this as well, isn't it? So, obviously, Vechain's still down massively from its all-time high here, but, having a little bit of relief recently and breaking out of, you would say a key resistance here. If we just zoom out, you can see on the daily here, we've got 1, 2, 3 touches of this key resistance here, where we have been heading down in a very, very steep downtrend really over the past year or so. You can see we've actually probably got the break and potentially a bit of a back test here and continuation of that resistance, which is interesting to see for Vechain. Obviously, it's been very, very overextended to the downside recently and did need a bit of relief to come back up and test, at the very least, this key previous level of support as resistance here. You can see we came up and did this, and I did say once we hit this level that I would be putting in a short position, which you can see here. But obviously, I was monitoring the market closely, and when I did see that Bitcoin was starting to come back up and rally again, then I did end up closing this position out. Basically, we saw this big red candle here, and then once I started to see this green candle picking back up off of this key previous level here, which was essentially this whole area of structure, we got the breakout, the back test of structure here. I closed the position out here in a little bit of profit. I was looking for more of an overextension to the downside, but it looks like we're coming back up to retest some key levels first. I do think Vechain is going to head back down to these levels down here at some point to retest them and maybe form, you'd say maybe a W double bottom, something like this, if this is the end of the bear market. But obviously, if Bitcoin does roll over from around that 23k mark that it's at now and head back down to 15k, you're probably going to see altcoins bleed twice as hard, because that is historically what happens. And if that was the case, you'd probably see Vechain come down, maybe even make a lower low and get a continuation to the downside. So overall, I would say, Vechain right now, everyone's getting really, really excited. Obviously, everyone, you get a fair amount of abuse, don't you, on YouTube when you see a little rally like this and everyone says the bear market is over, Vechain's going to $1 in the next year and all this stuff. And you're thinking, I mean, if you zoom out and look at the context, because context is extremely important in cryptocurrency and in life in general, you can see, this tiny little rally here is paling in comparison to the massive amount that we are still down, even from the all-time high. So obviously this is nice to see, but in reality, we're still making lower lows and lower highs, and this could just be another lower high hitting resistance and then continuing down, couldn't it? And obviously Bitcoin has been breaking out of some key levels, so we are monitoring that, and the market is following Bitcoin. But Bitcoin could easily roll over and continue to the downside. So it's really, really important to keep a level head and perspective until we see some clear indicators that the trend has reversed. Obviously here, there is not really much sign that the trend has reversed for Vechain. It's not as if it's come all the way up here, broken out of key resistance, back tested and done something like this and come up to challenge that overall bear market resistance, as you can see here. It's literally nowhere near this at the minute, is it? And it doesn't seem likely that it's going to head up there anytime soon. I mean, we'd have to get up to around, what is this, 5.5 cents to get to that, and we are currently sitting down here under quite a few resistances at around 2.2 cents. So important to keep a level head. I am still short-term bearish on cryptocurrencies. I do think we're probably going to see another leg, a final potential leg to the downside, in my opinion. Obviously, I could be wrong, but mid to long term, still bullish on a lot of cryptos and Vechain as well. So, I mean, overall in this chart, all I'm seeing right now is, we've lost a low and we're retesting it, and we're probably going to get, a reversal to the downside, aren't we? So, keeping my mind open though. Obviously, I want to be proven wrong. I want Vechain to be heading up, because, that would benefit everyone, especially you people that want to watch these videos. Shout out to you guys. But obviously, I'm trying to keep a level head right now. And realistically, we are still stuck under this key resistance, aren't we? So, let's see what happens next. If we do break back inside the range and get a back test like this and do start to reject that low again, I'll be putting a long position in, most likely. Looking something like this, with the stop loss just below. And I will be targeting the top of the range if we do see this. But obviously with bearish divergences heading into resistance, you would expect that Vechain is probably going to get rejected somewhere in this area unless we do see, you know, a continuation of the trend to the upside for Bitcoin. So that would be my analysis for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.